latest Pew Research Center data collected in 2019 shows that religion in the U.S. continues to be changed. The findings compared themselves to a previous study done in 2009. Keep in mind that the results in 2019 did not factor in the COVID-19 pandemic, but the results still show how much our views and practices are changing when dealing with religion. This video will look at some of the Pew data, and later how many Christian religious leaders are becoming more and more concerned about the growing lack of biblical literacy, even here in the U.S. In 2019, Pew Research conducted telephone surveys, and it showed 65% of American adults describing themselves as Christians. That was down 12 percentage points from 2009. Shockingly, people claiming to be religiously unaffiliated stood at 26% in 2019. The group included atheists, agnostics, and those not claiming any religion in particular. Both Protestantism and Catholicism are experiencing losses of congregants. Currently, 43% of U.S. adults identify with Protestantism, down from 51% in 2009, and 20% claim to be Catholic, down from 23% in 2009. It's worth noting that members of non-Christian religions also have grown slightly as a share of the adult population. The 2009 study showed that the share of Americans who say they attend religious services at least once or twice a month dropped by 7 points since 2009, while the share of people saying they attend services less often, or if at all, has risen by the same degree. In 2009, worship attendees outnumbered those who attend religious services only occasionally or not at all by 52% to 47%. Today, those figures are reversed, with more Americans indicating they attend religious services a few times a year or less, at 54% compared to monthly attendance, which was 45%. Finally, further indication that U.S. Protestant churches and churches internationally are seeing their societal influence diminishing showed up recently in an article written in 2019 by Dr. Thomas Schirmacher of the World Evangelical Alliance. In his article, Schirmacher believes biblical illiteracy has grown significantly in global evangelical churches. He stated that the church's biggest problem is that Bible knowledge is fading away. Schirmacher said more and more kids that come from evangelical families are not rooted in the Bible, and many end up departing from the faith. Also, in the same article, he stated that more young people around the world are becoming Christians. However, they only know about the Bible on what they learned from their conversion, instead of growing deeper in biblical knowledge. He later said so many people have become believers recently that the one who has been a believer the longest becomes the leader in the church. Discipling new Christians with teaching and Bible knowledge is extremely difficult at times. The result, Schirmacher said, is that people know much less and are more open to secularism and strange things like the health and wealth gospel. All of this making it difficult on Christianity worldwide. Like the Pew Research Center's study indicated, making Protestantism and Catholicism, particularly in the U.S., trending in the wrong ways. No doubt, had the 2020 pandemic factored into these numbers, they would have been even more disturbing, with many congregants choosing to turn to online worship or not worshiping at all. One optimistic note is that many evangelicals predict a third great awakening in the U.S. like in other decades. But the Bible also talks about apostasy in the church in the end times. This is H.A. Graves.